Okay.
Good. All right, so this is we're gonna go over like clinches and this is kind of like a clinch break throw type of thing. So this, you just want to make sure like your partner knows how to break fall and understands wrist and joint locks to some degree, that they know to tap when it's too much, things like that. So from a single clinch, so you can see he has one hook behind my head. The first thing usually to break this leverage is I want to posture and keep my head back, okay? But say I'm in a like a grappling situation and I'm trying to deal with this kind of like in a nice way for me. So in order to pull this off grappling wise, I actually don't want to do this, because what this does is this tells him that he's weak here and he's going to probably change up his grip. And from there, now even if he goes double, if I'm just very resistant here, this is not necessarily a good thing, because it's going to telegraph that I don't want these hands. It's going to tell him, well, no, what I'm going to do is it's going to tell him that if he brings his head up, if he brings his head up, that tells me like I want to switch this up because I'm weak here now. So I'm going to either transition to behind, or if he's posturing the head back, as you can, I might want to drop down. Okay, so he gets that grip. I'm actually going to use my head here. Okay, this hand is going to drop through, and what this hand's going to do is I want to pull his elbow out. You see this kind of motion here? So I want to kind of keep this nice and tight, and I'm bringing my elbow down, kind of pulling his elbow out to some degree. This arm is also coming inside. I want to keep my chest tight. So this hand is going to cut my bicep, while this thumb goes underneath his wrist right here. And I'm also going to use my head and shoulder to pinch this nice and tight. I'm keeping everything super tight here because I don't want his arm to be able to move or slip out. Then what I'm going to do is, I'm keeping my head in tight, and I'm going to start to turn my body. And it works just like an Americana, like a shoulder lock that way. If I were to just go from here, this direction, okay? This is kind of like a Kotegaeshi. I'm almost putting him in a wrist lock here, twisting the wrist slightly if I need to, and come this way. So, back up. So if he pulls so he goes full tie clinch on me. So even if he's in a full tie clinch, if I'm in a grappling situation, I can be kind of more relaxed about this. But if this is an MMA situation or a kickboxing situation, like I have to worry about him throwing knees. So what I want to do is, depending on which direction I'm going, what I want to do is I'm loading the hand that I want, the wrist that I want, but at the same time, I'm going to turn the opposite direction. So I want to keep him, so I'm going to pressure in with my head. I'm going to turn my hips in, digging in with my base, so that if he tries to throw knees here, you can't really get too much leverage. I can just keep moving forward, and that kind of keeps him at off balance. And then when I want to go for this, it's just the same way, and then I can arm bar, whatever, from there. So that's pretty much it.